What is up, my fellow magpies? I don't need to explain to you what we're going to be doing here. It's all in the title, so let's just get into the video. Okay, so full disclosure here, this is not my first impression. During my first impression, which was this hot mess, right? That was just this morning. I realized that that wasn't gonna work out, but because of that experience, I do have some extra thoughts. So I figure let's first get into a very classic style demo, and then I'll just get into my thoughts while we go along. So these are the liquid Lurex eyeshadows. I have all 5. They retail for about 23 euros. I'll put the dollar amount in the description box below or on the video on the screen here. First, if I can show you the swatches on the right side for me, but I think the left side for you, which is an intense charcoal shot through with silvery flashes of stardust combined with a heady mix of magenta, violet, blue, green, disco ball, silver pearls. Gee. Okay, we're gonna do that again. It's an intense charcoal shot through with silvery flashes of stardust combined with a heady mix of magenta, violet, blue, green, and disco ball silver pearls. Okay, it has a net weight of 2.8 milliliters or 0.09 fluid ounces. I already told you the price. It's a cruelty-free product. It's vegan, it's paraben-free, talc-free, and fragrance-free. It also says it has like nylon 12, D6, D5, and it's silicone-free, but okay, you know. It basically is free from all these things, and you can put it on your eyes. It's a liquid eyeshadow, and it's one of the 5 shades. Then next to LIZA is the shade that I'm most interested in. It's ANJELICA, which is a beautifully wearable smoky topaz taupe with sparkling dimensions of silver, gold, violet, green, and gold pearls. Next to ANJELICA is BIANCA, which is a sweet blushing minky heather with sparkling notes of silver, pink, green, and lavender pearls. Weirdly enough, when I see ANJELICA and BIANCA next to each other, I'm kind of getting like Charlotte Tilbury, Eyes of Mesmerized Pillow Talk versus Walk of No Shame vibes. Anyone? Anyway, next to BIANCA, we have a beautiful gold, and her name is Lauren, an exceptional gold leaf metallic shade reminiscent of gilded Clint portrait. Red, green, and intense gold pearl gives a warmth and dimension. Oh, gives it warmth and dimension. These descriptions, y'all, they're getting longer and longer, and I'm just not really here for it. I'm sorry. Just say it's a fucking true gold, damn it. Okay, then the last one, this is the shade I'm least excited for because I don't think it's made for my skin tone. Like, even Lisa Eldridge herself says, this looks beautiful on deep skinned models, and I completely agree. When I see the model on the website, I'm like, okay, she looks beautiful. Also, she's like, if you're not deep skinned, it looks great on people with blue eyes. So again, not the demographic, but I wanted to show you anyway. This shade is called Diana. It's a fiery metallic copper with an intense sienna luster and sparkling notes of red, gold, and magenta pearl. Okay, I am wearing the Lisa Eldridge foundation in the shade 15, and I'm using the Natasha Denona Face Glam palette, which was not featured on my channel, but I was having like major makeup FOMO when everybody was buying this and I wasn't. So that's the blush and the highlight you see on my face. I also bought a new lipstick. It's not new for this year, I think, but it's new to me, so I am going to be putting it on right now because I'm feeling a little sad in the lips. That's why I didn't do my lips yet. It is the shade Velvet Fawn, and I've been fawning over this shade for quite some time. Okay. Oh, yeah, I also got the lip liner. Alright, so this shade is incredibly nude, but I think when we're doing the eye look, it's going to be intense, so it's going to be perfect. It is a little bit more nude than I usually use. I would use this with a darker lip liner normally, but okay. It's beautiful anyway. It looks good. I'm happy to put something on my lips. So let's get into the actual demo of these products. I don't have the time to demo each individually, although I do think that maybe there is a need for that. But so what we're gonna do, I have 5 shades, and I think that the gold and orange shade definitely have to go in one eye. which is, I'm sorry, I need to use my little reference. So I think that the two shades that should go together on one eye is Diana and Lauren. And I think that Bianca and Liza need to go on the other eye. Oh, by the way, it actually says it has a 6-month shelf life, which is completely normal for liquid eyeshadows. I'm actually not a liquid eyeshadow user. I have used a ton in the past, but this 6-month shelf life is the reason why I tend to never go towards these. Because I'm kind of like, in 6 months, I'll never finish it. Maybe if like this was the only shadow you've ever used, but for me, I like to experiment with different types of makeup, and 6 months is just not enough for me. Then again, the reason I bought this is not only for my channel, but also because I've been so interested in everything Lisa Eldridge. So I kind of was like, maybe this one will convert me. So after the demo of the two eyes, I have one shade left, which is Angelica. And I think Angelica will be the shade that I'm putting all over my lids at the end. So I'm gonna take off both the eyes, and then I'll just do this one as a one and done. Let's do on this eye, the warm side. I'm using Lauren and Diana. I'm just gonna speed through it. So first I'm gonna put this all over the lid, and then I'm gonna take a clean brush and brush it out. There is some playtime, but when it dries down, it sets. Like, that's it. So this took me about 5 seconds to do. But this is Lauren all over the lid, and I think it's a beautiful shade on its own. If you were going to a New Year's party and you're one of those no fuss, no muss, one and done shadow type of people, I think this is beautiful. I'm gonna let this dry for a hot minute, and it doesn't take long to dry. Again, once it's dry, if you see this, it ain't going nowhere. Then I'm gonna go in with Diana, and I'm just gonna smoke out the outer corner. And I'm gonna take it down to my lower lash line as well. Okay, so this is the eye all done. That took me about 5 more seconds, so that was great. I'm gonna put on a liner. So this is that eye done with a liner. At the end, I'm gonna do mascara as well. I'm not big on using false lashes. Also, this is natural lighting, so therefore you'll probably see a change throughout the entire video. But I have a little ring light on just because it's quite dark outside. Now we're gonna do Bianca all over this lid and basically mimic the same eye, but then with the 2 other shades. So that is Bianca all over the lid. I'm gonna zoom you in closer at the end when I do liner and lashes on both. Then we have Liza. And I'm gonna use Liza as I'm gonna at least try to do it as a liner. If this doesn't work out as a liner, then we're just gonna blend it out. So if you're wondering what brush I'm using a Morphe 2501, and I dipped it in way too deep in the pot. It like went everywhere. Okay, I used way too much product, but I think it still looks okay. So wait, let me zoom you guys in so you can see what I did on both eyes. So again, on this eye, it's Bianca and Lauren. Lauren is the gold shade and Bianca is the orange shade. And surprisingly, I love this eye. I didn't think I was gonna like the orange coppery toned shade, but together I think it makes for a beautiful, it's such a beautiful eye. Like, take this one out. Then on the other side, it looks a bit more messy, but I have Angelica. I'm kidding, I don't have Angelica. Then on the other side, I have Bianca and Liza. And Liza I used as a lining shade. Bianca is very, very understated. Way more so than I expected. It kind of is my lid color, but then a little bit more. Oh, no. I don't know if it picks up on the camera, but you can definitely see Bianca way better in real life than on the viewfinder. So I'm gonna go in with that shade again. And like I said, I think that you can dip in this again, but I would not do it more times than twice. I think if you do more than twice, the shadow just doesn't look as good. So that is Bianca, kind of built up to the potential that it has. Again, not sure if the camera is picking up what I'm seeing because it looks beautiful in real life. So let me get my phone flash out. The shine of it all. Okay, beautiful guys. I'm gonna take this off and then I'm gonna go in with the last shade, which is Angelica, which I think is the one and done shade for me. So let me just take this off and I'll get back to you a little later. Hi guys, we're back here again, so let's play with Angelica. I decided to still show you how to apply Angelica on my face because it really doesn't take a long time for these to apply as a one and done shadow, which is probably something that you guys are really interested in. So let's just slap Angelica all over my lid. This time I'm just gonna go in with my finger just to see if I can use this shade as a finger application one and done. So let's zoom you guys back in and let's take out the flash of my phone camera just so you can see the beautiful sparkles. Do you see that? It is really hard for my camera to pick up the sparkles in this, but they are there. Okay, let me zoom you back out and I have some thoughts. First off, before I forget, to take off the shadows, Lisa recommended you to use an oil cleanser, and I'm using a cleansing oil by PHA, Perfect Pore, or B-Lab. I actually got sent this by EYESHADOW. I do a dedicated video on this in my next week's video, but I just wanted to tell you that I've been using this oil cleanser to get it off my face, and it works bomb.com, and I felt it was relevant for this video to tell you that an oil cleanser is what's great for these. Second, to take off the shadows, there was one shadow which left not the pigment but the glitter behind, and that's just, I think it's just because it's packed with glitter, and it was actually the shade LIZA. So I didn't have the shade, the pigment of the shade everywhere, but the glitter stayed behind the longest and was the most reflective. I don't think that was intentional, but it's just something that I noticed, that this eye, I had to really wipe down the glitter. I think it only speaks volumes for that shade. It's such a unique shade, not a shade that I necessarily would wear, but I'm appreciative of that shade. As I said before, I think you can layer these shadows. I think 2 layers max would be best. You can definitely build them up. They have sparkle. My camera doesn't pick up the sparkle the way that I see it in real life. Like every time I look at even my swatches, I'm like, wow, that looks really nice. Maybe I should do these swatches or show these swatches outside, and maybe it will pick up better lighting. I have no idea. I am looking at the viewfinder constantly and thinking, why does this look so underwhelming? It looks better in real life. Then let's say this, the shade Angelica, it's a beautiful shade. Definitely a wearable one and done shade. Bianca as well, but I don't think that Bianca is made for my skin color. Or it's just not my personal preference. Usually purples and pinkies, they need to be a bit warmer for them to look good on me. What is up guys, this is Editing Sonia over here. It's now been about 8.5 hours that I'm wearing the eyeshadow, and I'm talking about Bianca, but now editing the footage, I'm like, wait a second, that Bianca shade looks so beautiful, especially when I put on the second layer. Like, does anyone else agree? Anyway, I just wanted to come in and say that. I also want to come in and say that Angelica still looks amazing on the lids. So this is an 8.5 hour wear time. I'm gonna wear it for the rest of the night. And yeah, there's nothing else I can say except it looks beautiful, and I have oily lids. I didn't prime my lids, so they're oily lid, hooded lid friendly. Anyway, continue on with the video. On a surprise note, the orange shade, which is Diana, beautiful. It looks beautiful. I thought they looked beautiful together, and Lauren, as a one and done, I think is a showstopper if you want to use it for the celebration period. What else could I say about these shades? Nothing really. They all performed great. None of them were particularly bad. I think the formula is great. If you like these shades, if you like a sparkle on the lids, then definitely get one. If you like sparkle, get one. They're not too sparkly for you to go, oh my god, I can't wear them on the day-to-day basis, but they're also not boring. I think for the daring people out of you, like the ones that really dare, this shade LIZA is crazy. I enjoy it. I'm happy to have it in my collection. I'm gonna try to use it up together with maybe Victoria Beckham's mirror. That's like the lid luster and mirror. I did do a video on this mirror lid luster and the other ones that I have in my collection last video. I think that they would look beautiful together, honestly. To apply only the eyeshadow, it took about 10 seconds. That's not a joke. That's not, I'm trying to hype up this brand. It was very easy to use. The applicator, it's very funny. So if you take it out, you definitely feel some friction, and that's because some of the product is definitely being sponged out. That way you won't use too much of the product. I think this is an intentional thing that Lisa Eldridge did so that you have the perfect amount to apply it on your lid. Basically, the way I applied it, throw it all over your lid, then take a brush and blend it out, is probably the safest way to go. It didn't have any benefits of doing it with my fingers other than my brush wouldn't have been dirty. That's that. Also, putting it back in, that also creates a little bit of friction, which is the friction that I don't really enjoy. So, you know, take that information with what you will. I have nothing further to add. I'm hoping to get this video out as soon as possible. I did pay for expedited shipping, and usually it gets here really early, but I got it right on the day itself. I had some payment issues. I think some other people had some payment issues as well. So that kind of sucked, and now it's Tuesday, and I think I did this whole thing on Friday last week. So the fact that I paid for expedited shipping, I'm not sure it helped me in any way, shape, or form. Also, you know, I take into account the fact that like it's holiday season. If you, by the way, want to get this for the holidays, a great present, get it. 23 euros, dollar price at the bottom. I don't know how it is for America. If you can, I think you can get Lisa Eldridge, but it does take a while. Know that it took me, in the Netherlands, it took me longer than usual to get my Lisa Eldridge orders. What else am I gonna say? Nothing. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more Lisa Eldridge, because that's a brand that I'm gonna follow for 2022. I'm a small YouTuber. I currently at this moment have nearly 300 subscribers, and I'm very proud of that, but I know in terms of YouTube that's incredibly small. So do try to support smaller content creators. If it's not me, try to find another one that has below 1,000 subscribers, because the grind is definitely hard. Thank you so much for watching and make it to the end of this video, and yeah, have a great day. Bye guys.